I am going to cover Unit 3, Defining the Cloud for Enterprise. So these are the contents of the Unit 3. So now I am not wasting much time. Let us discuss storage as a service and database as a service. So storage as a service. Storage as a service is a business model in which company leases or rent its storage infrastructure to another company or individuals for storing data. Small companies and individuals often find this is to be a convenient methodology for managing backup and providing cost savings in personnel, hardware, and physical space. Company providing storage as a service may call storage service provider. Storage as a service can also be referred as hosted storage. Storage as a service was originally seen as a cost-effective way for a small and mid-sized businesses that lack the technical personnel and capital budget to implement and maintain their own storage infrastructure. Today, companies of all sizes use storage as a service. So these are the points we discussed. Storage as a service. Why storage as a service? A good alternative for a small or mid-sized businesses that lack the capital budget and personnel to implement and maintain their own storage infrastructure. And this is a way to mitigate risk in the disaster recovery, providing long-term retention of records and enhance both business continuity and availability. How to give the assurance of the following things that are utmost important. One is the security, another is the cost effectiveness, and third one is service developer. So security with respect to, we can say, if you want to make that data is in secure environment, more secure than you can do yourself. Also provided cost effectiveness because the service provider must able to do handling job at the lower cost than you. And the service developers, the data that you are about to share goes to a trusted source and who takes reliability and gives assurance of data as and when required. Generally, we are just discussing storage as a service. I wanted to highlight in the cloud computing specialist, instead of storing data on premises, organizations that use storage as a service that will typically utilize the public cloud for storage and backup needs. Public cloud storage may also use the different storage method for STAS. These storage methods including backup and restore, disaster recovery, block storage, SSD storage, object storage, and bulk data transfer. Backup and restore refers to the backupping data to the cloud that will provide the protection in case of your data loss. And disaster recovery may also refer to protect and replicate data from the virtual machine. Okay, so this is nothing but just we are discussing the storage as a service with respect to the cloud computing. So now, in that storage as a service, we can say object storage and block storage. So in that object storage, we can highlight here the data object storage. This is the kind of storage where client only can store its data, like what we can say PDF, text, etc. You cannot change the file system if the provided storage and also you cannot create any partition. And each block acts as an individual hard drive and that is configured by the storage administrator. So these are the example of object storage. One is the simple storage, S3, Google Drive, Dropbox, OpenShift, Swift, etc. Now let us understand the next, that is the block storage. So in that block storage, uh, it break a file into the individual blocks of data, then store the block as a single piece of data. Storage system can do this without having a file folder structure because each block of data has a unique address, and this will allow the storage system for spreading the individual blocks of data wherever in the storage system it finds the most efficient. Storage system software that pulls the necessary block back together to assemble the file whenever it is accessed. So now this is the block storage. Now let us understand what are the advantages of STAR. So for that, storage as a service, no initial budget is required for setting up hard drives, servers and IT. Also we can highlight fast searching of required documents as better compressing functions and indexing techniques are used. During file sharing, single copy is created as it is shared using a link. Backup of your data is available in case something goes wrong. Another advantage we can say sync, like if there are any changes to one or more file, cloud will automatically sync the changes across all related devices. So that advantage we can find here. And another advantages also we can highlight, more advantage: storage cost, disaster recovery, scalability. Also we can say sync and the security. As we discussed that particular storage, we can say storage cost, disaster storage cost. Let us discuss. In the personal hardware and physical storage space, expenses are reduced. In single line, we are trying to understand. Storage cost means what? Personal hardware and physical storage space, expenses are reduced. So let us discuss with the disaster recovery. Having the multiple copies of data stored in the different locations can be better enable disaster recovery measures. Third is scalability. With the most public cloud services, users only pay for the resources that they use. And another is sync, that files can be automatically synced across multiple devices. Right. And the last advantage is the security. Security can be both advantage and disadvantage also. As we can say, the security methods may change per vendor, and data tends to be encrypted during transmission and while at the rest. So these are nothing but the advantages, and these are the benefits: cost, invisibility, security, automation, accessibility, sharing. So these are the benefits we can find here. And disadvantage, no internet connection, no access to data, concern regarding safety and privacy of data stored remote. And just I highlighted the advantage, maybe disadvantage also. With respect to the security, users may end up transferring business sensitive or mission critical data to the cloud. That makes it is important to choose service provider that is reliable. And we can update files stored on the cloud on your local machine. Need to install rest of all services. And another we can say the disadvantage is potential storage cost. If the bandwidth limitations are exceeded, then this could be an expense. Another disadvantage, let us highlight potential downtime. Means what? Vendors may go through the periods of downtime where the service is not available, which can be a trouble for a mission critical data. And also we can highlight limited customization. Means what? Since the cloud infrastructure is owned and managed by the service provider, it is less customized. And the last disadvantage we can highlight, potential for vendor locking. Means what? It may be difficult to migrate from one service to the other. So this is nothing but the disadvantage. These are the providers: OneDrive, Google Drive, and Dropbox. And this is just I am going to show you how to differentiate that particular traditional storage and cloud storage. So what we can highlight here, traditional storage and cloud storage. So let us discuss with that. Data is located. Let us discuss the differentiate point, traditional storage and cloud storage. With respect to the traditional storage, data is locked at the specific server location. Other systems are connected using LAN and WAN. But whenever we are going to discuss the cloud storage, where data is remotely maintained, managed, and backup. That. Another point is with respect to the traditional storage, local access to the data. But for cloud storage can be accessed anywhere, anytime, from any device. Let us highlight the third point with respect to the traditional storage. Need to worry about data maintenance and backup as it is at your end. But whenever we are going to discuss with the cloud storage, no need to worry about backup as it is taken care by the cloud provider. Right. Next point we can highlight with respect to the traditional storage. Due to the physical storage, large amount of space can be used. But for the cloud storage, it doesn't occupy space in your office. And also we can discuss with the traditional storage leads to higher budget requirement for a setup. But for cloud storage, more cost-effective solution. Right. So these are nothing but the traditional storage and cloud storage. I am going to highlight one more point. Internet is not at all necessary for the traditional storage, but for the cloud storage always need to be connected to the internet. Okay, so these are nothing but the storage as a service. Right. And let us discuss database. Cloud database. So cloud database is the type of database service that is built, deployed, and delivered through a cloud platform. And cloud database typically run on a cloud computing platform. Okay, so let us highlight a few points with respect to the database as a service. So database as a service is a service managed by either public or a private cloud operator. It supports data applications without having to manage database administration functions, and application developers do not have to rely on data administrator for maintaining the data. What are the deployment models available in the to run the database in the cloud? One is virtual machine image and another is database as a service. So try to understand here what is meant by the database as a service. So virtual machine image cloud platforms allow users to purchase virtual machine instances for a limited time, and users can upload their own machine image or use ready-made machine image. Right. So we can highlight here that particular image, and these are the images we can define. So next is database as a service. Database as a service. With database as a service model, application owners do not have to install and maintain the database themselves. Means what we can say in the database as a service, just like what we are going to discuss. Database as a service. These are the Microsoft, Oracle, Amazon Web Services, and this is SQL data model. This is no SQL data model. This is database as a service.